We are completing our third weekend, and today is our sixth class in quantum psychotherapy. And our topic is moving from fixing to becoming influencers and architects of the situations, circumstances, and events that life throws our way. From where we've come so far, all we've known is the physical world and how to fix what we go through. However, today we are going to be looking at how we can influence the energy beneath the circumstances and situations that we face to realize that it is much faster to work from the energy beyond and behind things than trying to fix things. And when we do that, we will be influencers when we become. But we will remain stuck when we remain in fixing mode. I wish to stress this. We are influencers when we become. And when we remain stuck and focused on the fixing mode, we become stagnant. And it's not our fault. All we've known is the physical world and how to work from the physical world. But now we are moving into the world of energy. And we are moving from fixing to influencing. We are shifting from doing to being. We are transitioning from particle to wave. From stuckness at the mercy of circumstances to becoming influencers of situations and events. From the handling of things at the physical level to influencing the energy behind what we go through. From utilizing the keyhole limited perspective of the physical dimension, which is only 0.1, to using 99.9%, the infinite possibilities of the energy field, which gives quicker and lasting result and accounts for 99.9%. So when we stay in the fixing mode, we are hustling, we are exerting ourselves, we are using our horsepower for only 0.1%. And we are spending and depleting more energy and reaping just a meager of the effort. In other words, we are over-efforting. What if we looked at the energy behind whatever we are going through first? The accumulated bank bills, or the increased back rates of that loan that we have taken, or when we are living from hand to mouth, those wrangles with a neighbor, with a workmate, with a community member, with a supervisor, employee or employer, that sick child, the ailing parent, the disobedient novice, the grumpy superior, the narcissistic partner, whatever it is that life throws our way, before rushing into fixing it, spending sleepless nights thinking about it, wasting precious energy ruminating over it, and imagining worst-case scenarios. What if we spent just a few minutes to influence things at the energy level first? And influencing things at the energy level means becoming that outcome that we want to see. If it is a healed daughter or son, and I have become a channel of healing energy, when I become healing energy, I will attract situations, people, and places that will enable her healing. If she has a heart problem, for example, and needs operation, the right doctors, the right place will line up in the physical world, influencing the energy behind events first. The outer situations have no other choice but to catch up. And the external circumstances have to realign themselves to what we have become. If it's accumulated bills or living from hand to mouth or a visa to go on an overseas exposure trip, visualize abundance as if it's already occurred and get into and feel gratitude in your body. And this trains our body to experience the dopamine chemicals of gratitude. And we are training our body to chemically experience how it would feel to be in abundance. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that by combining a clear intention, a thought, with an elevated emotion, a feeling, we can chemically condition our body to feel as if our desired future event has already occurred. And he states that thoughts are the language of the brain and feelings are the language of the body. And by creating a new elevated emotion, such as gratitude, joy, or love, before the event happens, we are training our body to become the new state that our outer circumstances will have to align to. And gratitude, according to Joe Dispenza, is the ultimate state of receivership. When we feel grateful before a healing or before a desired event has happened, our body believes it has already taken place. And the moment we start feeling it, we become it. And we stop being a victim of our environment and we start becoming an architect of our future. If we feel the lack of money, we are signaling to our body that it hasn't happened yet, which keeps us in the same scarcity. So in the old Newtonian model that focuses on the physical world dimension, that model of cause and effect, we wait for something outside of us to change so that we can feel better inside. We wait for the wealth to feel abundant. We wait for the doctor's report to feel healed. Or we wait for a promotion to feel successful or a healthy relationship to feel fulfilled. That is all the Newtonian model. But in the quantum model, we have to feel the emotion of our desired future, whether it is abundance, healing, success, or fulfillment, before it manifests in our life. And in the process of rehearsing, in the process of thinking about who we want to become, the tower of the quantum field opens. And by moving into an elevated emotional state, we signal the body to release the pharmacy of chemicals needed to repair and heal itself. When we feel joy about the promotion before the promotion comes, we attract events and teammates that will validate the promotion. When we feel fulfilled before a healthy relationship comes along, the right partner and the circumstances will show up. And all this happens because the brain begins to form at those patterns and connections that are equal to who we are becoming. And this is the law of resonance. We attract, we draw to ourselves what we have become. We attract and we draw to ourselves what we have become. When we become that greatest version of our grandest vision, we don't need to worry about attracting anything. It comes to us with ease, grace, effortlessly, because it has to, because we have aligned. So let's go through practical examples of how we can influence things at the energy level when facing be it scarcity, be it ill health, be it a nasty relationship. Let's begin with how to influence things at the energy level when facing scarcity before moving into abundance. You will love this. The space between your old life of scarcity and your new life of abundance is the unknown. And most of us are afraid of the unknown. Most of us do not like uncertainty. But in that uncertainty, in that unknown, lies the potentiality of what it is we need. So we have to shift our attention away from material concerns and onto the field of frequency. If your attention is on what you don't have, your energy remains stuck in lack. And you don't wait for the money to feel abundant. Don't wait for money to feel abundant. Change the energy first to get to create that reality of infinite possibilities of abundance. So that means that we maintain the new energetic state of feeling abundant, regardless of what is happening in your environment. Even when there is not a pinch of salt or even a grain of sugar, when your bank account is down to zero and you are only remaining with only 500, that coin in your purse, don't focus on the lack. Maintain that new energetic state of creating a reality of infinite possibilities, despite what you are seeing and hearing. If you are looking for abundance to appear, and searching for abundance frantically, you are back in the state of lack. Because if you had it, you wouldn't be looking for it. Have you ever wondered how and why what we want so much eludes us? When we are so desperate for something, we signal to the quantum field that we don't have it yet. And the more we need something to happen, the more we push it away. Hello. When we are desperate for something, we are operating from a place of lack. And lack creates only more lack, LACK. So we have to keep our state of being, that abundant state that we are feeling on the inside of us, until we feel so whole and abundant that we no longer care if the manifestation happens. And in that moment of surrender, that moment of surrendering our intention to get into abundance, the quantum field responds. When you get your notes and you have been living in scarcity, focus on this paragraph and see how you can practice it for yourself. Experience it for yourself until it becomes true to you. And you might forget everything else that you've studied on this course, but the moment you remember that we draw to ourselves what we have become, you will have mastered your aura. Let's go to the second practical example. How to influence things at the energy level when we are facing ill health before healing occurs. So to influence your health at the energy level, you have to move from a state of survival. This means living by stress hormones to a state of creation. Because when we are in ill health, our energy is often focused on survival, on fear of what is going to happen, and of self-preservation. So we are back into fixing mode. And your body is not in repair mode. It is stuck in fixing mode. And when our body is not in repair mode, when we are in the stress response cycle, we don't give a chance or an opportunity for our body to heal itself. So instead of trying to fix your physical body as matter, you must interact with your body as an organized information and energy. And this means withdrawing your attention from the symptom, because where you place your attention is where you place your energy. When you place your energy on the symptom, you are creating more of the symptom. So if you are constantly focused on your pain or the diagnosis that is written on the hospital letter, you are feeding that reality. Remember, we need to get into a particular nervous state. We have to get out of the stress response cycle where healing can never take place. So to get to that place where our nervous system gets out of the fixing mode into the self-repair mode, we have to become nobody, no one, no thing. And by focusing on nothing but space, by focusing on the void of no thingness, the thinking brain is silenced. And we assess the autonomic nervous system, which is the system that knows how to heal the body, not the stress response cycle. and we get into the parasympathetic nervous system of relaxation where healing can take place. So we have to teach our body chemically what healing feels like before healing can happen. And gratitude is the chemical signal that a healing event has already happened. And feeling gratitude releases healing chemicals that strengthen the immune system and lower stress. And by pairing a clear intention where you vision your health healed with an elevated emotional gratitude, you signal to your genes, you signal to your DNA to switch off those genes associated with disease and switch on those genes for health. This is epigenetics. So we have to learn to catch our thoughts that tell us, I am sick, I'm never getting better, my backache, my legs. These thoughts are the language of the old sick self. And we have to prune those neurological connections to make room for new healed ones. If you've been stuck in ill health, contemplate on this chapter, on this paragraph, and see how you can bring yourself to better health. The third example is how to influence things at the energy level first for the success we envision before that success happens. And this means we have to stop wanting. I'm going to say wanting 4 times so that it is ingrained in your subconscious. Wanting, 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 wanting. We have to stop wanting. I want, I want, I want, I want. In the quantum field, wanting, wanting, wanting implies separation. And it signals to the field that you don't have yet because you are still wanting. So you have to tune into the frequency of success. A potential future already exists in the quantum field as a wave of probability. And success isn't what you do, and do. Success is the frequency you tune into with your being and becoming. So success has a specific energetic signature. Success has a specific energetic signature. And this signature is confidence, empowerment, and contribution. If you feel anxious about when you'll be promoted or about when your business will break even, you are broadcasting a frequency of anxiety, which returns a reality that matches that anxiety. So we have got to match the energy of our successful future self to experience that reality of getting a promotion or our business breaking even. And most of us chase success. However, success requires our thoughts and feelings to be aligned. Your thought might be, I am a leader. I am an innovator. I am an achiever. And that emits an electrical charge. And your feelings might be, I am empowered. I am free. I am grateful. That is the magnetic charge. And the result, when the electrical charge of the thought and the magnetic charge of the emotion of gratitude, when they match, you create an electromagnetic signature that pulls opportunities, that pulls serendipities, that pulls coincidences towards you. And those who are asking right now what a serendipity is or what serendipities are, you will find the explanation in your notes. So you no longer have to go get that success or that promotion. That success, that promotion finds you. And for this to happen, you have to mentally rehearse by closing your eyes and rehearsing your future day. Who will you be talking to? How will you be walking? How does it feel right now to have reached that goal? In your workday, if you feel frustration or doubt, and listen to this very attentively, because frustration will always come and doubt will always come to test the intention we have set for success or a promotion. So what do you do when doubt and frustration come in? When they come, it means you have stepped back into the old scarcity frequency. So how do you get out of it? Stop, breathe, and retune your energy immediately from doubt and frustration into that success that you will need. The last example is how to influence things at the energy level for a healthy relationship that will be fulfilling. This means becoming the energetic equivalent of the love that you seek. Feel the love. Feel the companionship of that relationship now. Combine a clear intention, those qualities of the partner and the relationship that you need. Combine that with an elevated emotion of how it feels to be loved, how it feels to be respected, how it feels to be in harmony. And when you feel in love with life and in love with yourself, your energy shifts from seeking to radiating love. And when you get into radiating love, you become a magnetic pole for that partner who is also at that frequency. So, my dear listener, it's time to stop looking for someone to fix your loneliness or complete you. In the quantum model, like attracts like. And emitting a frequency of loneliness or neediness attracts someone who will exactly match that. So you must have been wondering how what we have become is communicated to your aura and is mirrored back to our circumstances. There is a medium through which our intentions are directed by our consciousness, which gives momentum to where attention goes and energy flows, so that the field has no option but to obey our consciousness. And this medium is the minutest quantum level of water known as liquid crystalline. Based on the research of Dr. Masaru Emoto and Veda Austin, water is a conductor of energy and vibration. And water absorbs almost every other substance into it and becomes it when it is placed near that substance. Place a glass of water next to $100 bill and your water becomes abundance. Place your glass of water to a room where your father and mother often quarrel and beat each other up mercilessly, and your water becomes chaotic. So when you get this glass of water that has been in that room of chaos, and this other glass of water that has been standing overnight or for 24 hours on the $100 bill, when those two glasses, the water contents are frozen and they are observed, the water that was in the room where people were fighting will have chaotic symbols, whereas the water that was filled with abundance will have clear shapes that reflect a high vibrational frequency. So, our water records and reacts to frequencies and emotions and thoughts. If I'm always having negative thoughts and negative emotions, the water in my body will convey that to every cell of my body, and this will downgrade my health. On the other hand, if I am having thoughts and emotions that are positive and are of a higher vibrational frequency, that frequency will be conveyed to every cell of my body, and my biological and physiological condition of my body will be upgraded and elevated. So, water is part of our bodies, and it is also part of the earth in which we live. And our bodies are more than 70% of water. We are water beings. And earth inhabits 70%, 75% of water. We live on a water planet. So the water within your body and the water on the entire universe and the water within your aura is what conducts this energy and vibration of who we have become, so that what we have become is what we will attract back into every circumstance, into every situation, into every circumstance that we will face. Thank you for listening to this presentation. I wish you a blissful night. Thank you, and thank you.